Huh. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to my stream. I could not tell if my microphone was working, but it is, I think. Let me go do an audio check here real quick over on Beam. Huh. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome to my stream. Okay. It's weird. Sometimes OBS gives me the meter, and sometimes it doesn't. And it looks like it's muted. Sometimes it's not. It's not. But the audio sounds good on Beam. Let's check over on. And sometimes it doesn't. And okay, so audio's good. All right. So hey, good morning, Matt. How are you doing? So there might have been some background noise. I don't know. Just me trying to put my shoes on is all. All right. So we are going to get the game going here. Ode, how you doing? All right, let's get that pressed. Are we not? Okay, there we go. You're sleepy? I understand. I really do. All right, so I got chat. I got that chat. I think I'm ready. Oh, you know what? Maybe later on. So one of the first things we got to do is we have to finish our science facility. We have to get the crew trained, and then we have to get some science to it. So we got a lot of stuff we got to do. So let's go do a recap real quick. So let's go out to Minmus. It should be the last thing. There it is right there. The new career Minmus Science Facility. So the first thing we delivered the power, the solar array. We don't have it fully implemented yet, or fully online. It's also a relay. We have chats on the screen now. Yep. I found an overlay that was fairly easy. Some people don't like the colors of the chat. I have looked into altering the colors, but I'm not going to find a color scheme that matches every single scene. So, yeah. Over on Beam, thank you for the follow, Guardian4675. Thank you for that. Appreciate it very much. So the first thing we delivered was the solar array, which was it's self-autonomous. It has its own probe core. It's got its own power generation. The next thing we delivered was the actual science lab. This is the mobile processing lab. This is where we're going to have a couple scientists working. So it's not online yet because A, we don't have the scientists, and B, we have to bring out the habitation module. So that is the next thing on the list. So let's go over to the SPH. And what we're hoping here is, since we haven't done anything in Minmus, not really. That's our science facility. Good morning there, Spartan234, how are you doing? So this is the solar array, this is the science facility, and this is the habitation unit. The only thing we have to do, because I think it's got a probe core. Yep, there's the probe core. We just have to put some monopropellant on it. It would be good. So let's go ahead and what do we want to do here? Let's take this from here. And I'm trying to figure which way is up here. Does it matter? Yeah, because there's a logo. Alright. Oops. Alright, so what I need to do is switch route from... Uh-oh. I forgot the... Okay. Don't worry, we're going to fix this. Let's put that there. Let's get rid of that. Oh, actually, we'll just use it. There we go. Huh. Strange. Very strange. Huh. That was weird. Uzi356, howdy to you too. Alright, so what we need to do is to make this somewhat self-sufficient is we need to put some monopropellant on it, and we're just gonna do two of these little guys. Okay. These are two small monopropellant tanks, and we're just going to put them right here. And then to finish this off, we need to what did I put as root? Forgot. Okay, we do that, close that off. Looks good, and then do the same thing here. So now we have our habitation unit. It's got 8,000 electrical. Oh, you know what? It doesn't. We're gonna have to put a little bit of solar panels. So we're gonna do. Just call me Uzi. All right, Uzi. I will call you Uzi. We need to put. Where did that show up at? Okay. We're gonna put some of these solar panels, like so. Okay. I'm not having a good mouse day. That's weird. Whoa. So we went there and then there. Alright. So this just gives us a little bit of what song is this? Should be scrolling down below. Yeah, look over there. You'll see. I do have the scroll for the music enabled. So let's go ahead and bring those in just a smidge. It's from an artist who calls himself Popsky, and he's a streamer over on Twitch. And he has his music available on. Well, I think I have a command. See if I spell his name right. There we go. So what I'm trying to do is just trying to make these things look like they actually belong versus just being stuck on. So I'm being just a little OCD-ish here. And we got a couple more to do. And then we can build the rocket. So I think, did I get them all? Nope. That looks good. You think you've heard the name Popsky? Well, he's one of the artists that I know that allows you to use his music on a stream. Now, I stopped using it for a couple months because I take my videos, my VODs, and I put them up on YouTube, and YouTube snagged one of them. Someone claimed one of the songs. So I had to go through the whole dispute process, and while that's going on, it's not being monetized. So, and he didn't give me a great amount of support. So, we're gonna see if it happens again. So anyways, is what we have here is this is our hab module, and I just put some solar panels so it can have a little solar as it's traveling through space. It also needs to have some communication because I want these things to be autonomous. That means if I want to rearrange the station, they have to be able to, if they're going to be done unmanned, they have to be, you know, communicating. Otherwise, if I detach them and they don't have a communication, they're just going to float around. So we need to put an antenna. So Did I not put one on the side? Oh, maybe I put it later on. Alright, so I think for something large like this, I might be able to get away with the low profile. We just need one. And we can put it right here. And... cool. Alright. So I think that's okay. Is what I need to do though is let's take a look at the center of mass. Okay. And that's what I need to do is copy that. Oops. Go back. Thank you. There. So now, is what I'm doing is I'm attempting to put some RCS thrusters. Neil, how you doing? Well, you could put it on the side facing up. I put the antenna right here. I put it so it kind of blends in. I just need a low profile antenna. Because, unfortunately, the Achilles heel of the communication for this whole station is the solar array, because it has the bulk of the communication. So I think that's going to work. Alright, so is what I want to do now is... let's go ahead and put root back up here. Maybe. Oh, is that where root is? Hang on. Where's root at? Okay, that's what I thought. So root's up here. Alright. So if we take this and do that, take you. Oh wait, I know what's wrong. There. So that's going to be our space station. That's going to be our science facility. We're going to launch that. So again, this is where they'll live. This can accommodate 4 Kerbals. This is a working space for 2 Kerbals. They'll have power, communication. I don't think I'm missing anything. I'm doing good, Neil. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you asking. So let's go ahead and save this. And as you can see, it actually has 1, 2, 3, 4 docking ports. So we can do anything. Dock anything. Lights? Oh yeah. You know, I always forget lights. I do. Yeah, there's 2 big batteries right here. Yeah, these got 2 4K batteries each. This one just has 4 of the little 400s. Since it's power generation, it doesn't need that much storage. Lights. Alright, so let's do this then. Just pull this, nope. Pull that off. Let's lights for the docking ports. Well, I only got 2 sort of lights. Oops. The only lights I have are these right here. Now the docking ports actually have little indicator lights on them. These little tiny, I don't know if you can see them. Let's see if I can zoom in here. These little things right here are little alignment indicators, so they do light up when docking occurs, but they're not illuminating the docking port. But I think maybe is what I could do is see how this looks. Okay, I just messed in my shorts. Blue Neon over on Beam, thank you for that follow. I did not mess in my shorts. I was concentrating on placement here, and then that went off. So Let me do something here. Let me pull this off. Let me grab this. No, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. That's what I want to do. All right. Now let's grab. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is get these. Oh, where did it go? Did it go inside? It did.
That was totally wicked!
Something is totally wicked. Sumo Deluxe with the host. Thank you, Sumo, for that. Oh, is it doing mirror on here? I don't want to do a mirror on this side. Listerman, how are you doing? So what I'm trying to do is solve. I want to put it here. You know what? There's got to be a solution for this. Let me see. So that's going to do that. So if I take this and switch that around, is that going to do the same thing? That's going to do the same thing. So that's not what I want to work out here. If you use the plane mirror, it'll work. Plane mirror. Alright. Press R to switch symmetry. Well, I'm in. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I don't have to put in mirror. If I do. Yeah, you guys are smart. I keep thinking in the SPH because it focuses so much on mirror symmetry that I always try to make things work in mirror symmetry. So why not? Why not switch it to radial when it gives you radial? Alright, so if we want to illuminate. So let me figure out the orientation of this thing. So I think we want the hatch out. Or the hatch towards us. So if this thing is. And thank you for that, Blue Neon. Appreciate it. And Uzi, thanks. So actually, we want to put these over here. Alright, that works. Yeah, I have two chats. You can see it right there. You'll see a Beam logo and you'll see a Twitch logo, depending upon where they're chatting from. It's not a great solution, but it works. Alright, okay, I need to get that out of the way for one.
That was totally wicked!
Uzi, thank you for the host on Twitch. Appreciate it very much. So, let's see how disgusting this is going to look. Can you? Oh, jeez. Control Z? No? Oh, Christ. I broke my whole station. Alright, well, let's do this. I was looking at the picture and for some reason I didn't recognize my station. There it is. Alright, so let's put this in the right spot. So this is going to be like that. I want the hatch outside, just like this one is. And then we were focusing, I was attempting to do lights, but I blew that. There we go. Well, let's try this again. I think I also followed you on Twitch, but I prefer Beam. No, you know, it's funny. I have some people that say the mobile app on Beam is better than the mobile app on Twitch. The picture is better. And then some people said the image or the picture was brighter on Beam than it was Twitch. So I have them both open, and they both look about the same to me. So, but again, all right. So what I want to do here, what I'm trying to do is make this flush and barely poke out of the surface here. Which I don't know is... Okay, no, that's what I was looking for, something like that. So if we bring it out a little bit... Okay, let's put it back in a little bit. Let's do this, let's do that. Just a little bit more. All right, it's gonna have to stick out a little bit. We got lights though. No edit button. You don't know how to. And I don't. Yeah, the thing with Beam is a lot of stuff. Like if you want to add a profile and edit stuff, you have to do it from the web interface, and you can't do it from the mobile app. Alright, so we have lights. So let's save this. This is how we want it to dock. So this is, the probe core should be on the light side also too. Now, lights that close, it's gonna be pretty light. Ooh, you know, what if we make them a different color? Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's make sure we have the probe core is on this end, in fact. Hello, probe core. Uh-oh. Where's the probe core? Is it on the other end? No. I know there's a probe core in here somewhere. Oh, jeez. Did I do something wrong and not put a probe core on this thing? Was it under the docking port and I got rid of the docking port? Because that would be disastrous if we got all the way out there and there was no probe core. Really? Alright, let's address that right now. Could have swore I put a probe core on it. Alright, so let's go. Here is our route. Alright, and we want the probe core should be underneath this docking port. And it is not. I think what happened is the docking port had a mishap and I forgot to check. Alright. There was no probe core. Now there is. Alright, so save that again. And I think actually from this point right here, so it's got battery, it's got a little solar generation, we got some lights, we got the probe core, and we're gonna do, we got the antenna. This has an antenna too. I think I added it over, well, just in case, let me add one. Alright, so let's go ahead and make this a subassembly and get this thing over to Minmus. Get it docked, and then we have to take the true? What's a true? We have to take the crew and we have to get them trained. I want 2 level 2 scientists working out of this thing. So I think is what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to somehow get a 3 crew vehicle to Minmus and back. And we don't want to collect a whole lot of science because we want to leave the majority of the science in Minmus for this facility to start researching. So anyway, let's see if we can do that. So let's go ahead and pull this out of here. Let's make sure. Is that my? Okay, that's our route. And then we want to call this new career. And it's called the Minmus. That's not even a word. Minmus Science Hab. Alright. Then let's go over to the VAB. See, we just have single occupants. We might have to come up with a crazy design because I don't want to really. I don't want to jeopardize what science we have saved just to get a larger command pod. Well, maybe we will. I don't know. All right. So, anyways, let's grab that, and let's grab our Hab. Alright, now, as we discovered yesterday, I do not have a fairing big enough to fit over this, so it's going to have to go through space exposed. So, last time somebody said I should put a bigger nose cone, and we actually had almost a catastrophe. Oh, I do have a bigger nose cone, what do you know? Alright. Now, since we have a docking port there, we'll be able to undock this thing. Alright, so like I did last time, is what we're going to do, excuse me, is I guess we're just going to make this rocket the same size. Time anyways, you start sending multiple Kerbals up. Well, I do have a contract to do 2 Kerbals. I just don't have the, this is why we're doing the science facility. We need to get the science a little bit quicker. So last time is what we did is this. And it worked out fine. It just didn't look very aesthetically pleasing. Did we do a... Yeah, we did a poodle. Alright, and again, set this for Minmus. So that there gives us a lot of delta V, a lot of thrust to weight ratio. And we're going to... In fact, this right here could get us to Minmus and probably the rendezvous. So, and just to make sure that this, don't forget the fairing. I already said, Neil, I don't have a fairing big enough to go over it. The only fairing I have is the small one, and I already tried to put it over the science, so it won't fit over this. So that's why we have this big, large nose cone up there to hopefully break off some of the wind resistance or the atmospheric resistance. All right, so first things first. Let's make sure auto strut that. That's auto strutted. Oop. Okay. And that. Oh, hello. All right. Now, just so it looks correct, we're going to do some old school struts. Can I have a... why should I don't understand. Why do people come into a stream and say, can I get a shout out? Why do people do that? That is like, you know, is what it is. As soon as that's going to get on my nerves, and anytime anyone comes in to do that, I'm going to automatically ban them or give them an extremely long timeout. I mean, you don't even come in and say hi. You don't even come in and say, hey, what's the game? What are we doing? You just say, can I have a shout out? No, you can't. Ever. How's that? And I know what it is Beam came in the March update on the Xbox. So it's a lot of, well, we'll say it, you know, younger. Yeah, oops, hi. Too late. Okay, so now let's get this. If this is enough to actually get us there, it might not be. You know what? Let's do this. All right. So we got 2 reaction wheels here. Let's not take any chances, shall we? Let's do this, because this is what we did last time. I'm going to ask some of the people I know on Beam, because on Twitch, the one thing I like about Twitch is like when you get to the channel and when you click on the chat, immediately the rules pop up and you have to click OK to chat. I wonder if Beam has something like that, because that would help. A lot of noobs, a lot of kids who are now in the idea of streaming, being live, and want to hear their name on TV. That's what it is. I get it. I mean, and then it could be someone totally new. I don't know. Because, you know, when I started doing YouTube, I'd always get people saying, hey, follow for follow. I go, no, because you're never going to watch my stuff, and I'm never going to watch your stuff. I want people following me that's going to watch my stuff, and, you know, I'm going to follow people that I think are entertaining. All right, so I think we got enough reaction wheel here, but what I want to do is this. Andy, I only had the rules once. Yeah, the first time you come into a Twitch channel, the rules will come up once, and I think it's right when you try to chat. When you click on the chat, it'll say, here's the rules, you click OK, and that's it. It goes away. Now, again, if you scroll down, even on Beam, I mean, if we go look at the Twitch channel, make sure we're not. It says right here. Wait, where's my rules? Rules. Here's the rules right there. See? And then if you go to the Beam, how you doing, Saturn? If you scroll down, hey, look, rules. So I don't get it. Hey, what's up, Sat Guy? I know you're on Beam. Oh yeah, we're gonna put just a few panels. Well, you know, someone that is, you know, oops, too many. Someone that wants to watch a stream and be respectful of a stream and interact with a stream will want to see what they're all about, you know. And if they don't, they're just here for the entertainment, then, you know, then they're going to get a little bit of a lashing. Well, if you're a troll, you have a nice time out, sir. What am I looking for here? Oh, antenna. What am I doing? I have no idea. There we go. Alright. I could use a good lashing. Is that too Irish? UPS? Alright. Alright, so once again, if we put this around Kerbin, I think that's going to be more. This stage alone will be able to get it to Minmus and should be able to manipulate the rendezvous. Why is everyone so, I don't know. Sunday, tomorrow's Monday, school, work. I don't know. Skywatcher Jim with a follow over on Twitch. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. I really, really do. All right, so let's get this out of here, shall we? Enough of this yammering. Do 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 do. I almost forgot how to do those. Alright, now let's see if... How much does this weigh? Wow, 16 tons. That's all the fuel. Alright, let's see what we got. Our thrust to weight ratio is good. Our delta V is off slightly. I think it's going to be okay, but what I'm going to do is see what happens if I just add a sliver more. That's going to be perfect. A very simple rocket for a very simple purpose. Now, is what we're going to do here. Oh, fist pump, dude. So what we're going to do here is something... What am I looking for? Oh, the aerodynamics. Huh. We are going to... I don't know if these are going to help or hinder. Evidently, I forgot how to do fins. All right. No yaw. About 70-ish. Alright. And then let's go ahead and put launchy clamps. And that's sitting a little bit high for me. Alright, and then what we can do is bring these down a little bit. And I guess I put them in too far. Alright. Yeah, if I had a fairing, this would be covered in a fairing. I have a small one. It won't fit around it. Already tried. Alright, so this is the new career. This is the Minmus Science Hab. Alright, let's make sure no one's stowing away. Good. And in fact, before I do this... Alright, good. Alright, let's get the launch computer out. Everything looks like it's dialed in. Everything's looking good. Except for our staging. So let's disengage our autopilot there. Alright. Now we're good. Okay, I looked what beam was and I don't... What? Okay, I looked what beam was and I don't... and have never done that. Okay. You don't have to. I've been dual streaming, I think Monday is when I started, so tomorrow will be 1 week. Just testing the waters, because Twitch isn't really showing me a whole lot of, you know, anything really. To our Beam, on the other hand, it's been very nice, very forthcoming, very helpful. The community is very helpful. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the Twitch community, very helpful. KSP community, very helpful. But, you know, I guess the bigger you are, the harder it is to help the little ones. Alright, so far so good. Last time we got up to about, I think, 15, and we flipped out. Oops, I didn't want to turn the lights on. What am I doing? I thought Beam is Microsoft, so I'm reluctant. Beam was bought by Microsoft. Yes, it was. See, this is what we did last time. We flipped. So we got 2 light down here. Well, we didn't completely flip. Yeah, it didn't flip all the way. But is what it does is it burns up fuel. You may ask why I'm not using a fairing. I'm not using a fairing because I don't have one big enough to fit over this. I just have the small one. I don't have the medium-sized one yet. Just the small one. Yeah, it's much better than yesterday. We did a double flip yesterday, and I thought I was going to run out of fuel, but we did okay. But no, if I had a fairing, I would have put it over to me. Oh, why did we do that? Oh, why is that acting like that? Is there something in here? Maybe those should be auto-strutted. It's weird how it's doing kind of this squishy mushroom thing. I had like about a 97 Delta V left over when I did the rendezvous. So, I don't know. We'll see. Tell me I did put those on. There they are. Yeah. Yep, okay. I only put one on? Jeez. I'm surprised this rocket's gonna go anywhere. Why not flip it upside down and attach it from the, like a Soyuz? It won't, the small fairing, the smallest fairing is the only one I have. It will not fit over, I couldn't get it to fit over the mobile processing lab, so I don't see that it's gonna fit over this. So, I think we got enough fuel. Alright, so let's turn on SAS. Let's get this thing like that. I mean, I tried. I tried to put the I tried to put a fairing over the mobile processing lab. The mobile processing lab and the hitchhiker are the same size. And so I'm just taking it from that if I couldn't fit it around that, I would not be able to fit it around this. Okay, let's see about getting this. See if we can't get our science facility all situated. I love it when people are knowledgeable about KSP because I forget to do them. I must be wrong then. Been a while since I tried to make a station without a bay. Yeah, I mean, I could always try again, but I don't think I have anything that's hanging outside the what am I trying to say? On the science, I don't think I had anything that was hanging outside. It just would not stretch around it. I mean, there might have been some science things attached to it. I'm not too sure. Alright, what am I doing wrong here? Not paying attention. Where's Minmus at? Way over there. There we go. Whoa. Alright, we'll fix that. Alright, let's keep track of our resources. What's going on here? Oh, I forgot. Doggone it, I keep losing out money. I haven't added this career to MooBot because being as I'm dual streaming, I'm trying to see if I can find a bot that does both channels with the same flexibility I have with the bot I've been using for last year. I got 11 mods installed. The list is very short. Why you know eyeballing the Ascent like a good Kerbal would? What, you mean don't use nodes? I think I only know one person that plays Kerbal that doesn't use maneuver nodes. I do have a custom bot. I do have Scorp bot for Beam. I'm still trying to get through the I mean, is what it is I see some weird stuff in Twitch that's not in Twitch channel, so I'm consulting with Scorp support. That's hard to say, by the way. All right. What's wrong with the audio? I don't know. What do you mean? I did a audio check before I went live. Everything was working just fine. All right, let's do a mid-course here. It's gone. Well, refresh your browser or something, or shut down your mobile app or something. It's more efficient to get the Minmus capture than fix inclination, rather. Is it more efficient to get a Minmus capture than fix it? The thing about it is, if you spin the delta V to match the plane or the inclination, you're around a planet. So when you do an inclination change around a planet, it costs a lot of delta V. So what I did is I got myself a capture. I don't remember how much it cost. I'm pretty sure it was, you know, close to what it should be. So I burned X number of delta V. I'm on my way to Minmus, and now is what I'm going to do is a mid-course correction to fix my inclination and to get relatively to the same inclination as our target. So, hey Uzi, do me a favor. If you're having audio problems, shut down the app and start it again. Close your browser down. Do it again. Everyone else is not having audio issues. Sorry, dude. So, I think last time, what did I do? I came in 245, 305. Yeah, that's fine. So, we're going to do a very small burn of 10 delta V to get our current trajectory from here all the way down to here. So is it more efficient if you can the most efficient way is actually not to use not how I'm doing it. If you can wait for the planet alignment, you could do the most efficient thing is do a launch right from KSC and go right to Minmus capture without doing an orbit or anything like that. So that's the most efficient way to do it. SD Cape DP, how are you doing? Yeah, that's fine. Oh. I gotta be careful of our communication here. That's good. People still asking about the fairing? Alright. I think that's funny. Alright, so now we've got 927 left on the delta V. Let's go ahead and get our... We're going to get a circular orbit. We're going to go high altitude above the station. And the station is sitting at 244, and we're going to go for, what do we have here? 288? Alright, 288. So going from circular to circular is ideally, is that a word? Ideal, to 289 by 287. Close enough. It's going to cost 237. We're going to have plenty of gas left over. GC Pizza. You're doing it wrong, Uzi. Just look at the example. It's not a command. It's an emote. You just type in a capital G, little c, capital P, Zita. Pizza. There you go. Rocket. Rocket with pizza. Where's Minmus at? There it is. Alright, now, in regards to rendezvous, there's always the efficient way, the right way, and how I do them, which is never the same way twice. Alright, let's do an F5 out here. Now, this is our target, and as you can see, our inclination, our phase, is not the same. So, is what you can do is if you, so first of all, let's tag that so we see what it is. It's not off that much, but it could make the difference between a good rendezvous and a okay rendezvous. So let's see if we can fix our phase or our inclination to get really close to our target, and at the same time, can we get a rendezvous? So what we want to do is lower our orbit down to, what is it, 245. So we're at 250. Alright. So I don't think we're gonna have to wait in orbit, looks like. Alright, let's try on this side. So, same thing. Now, sometimes, you know, trying to do it all in one fell swoop is preferred, but sometimes just matching inclination first and then doing a rendezvous is better. Hey, Listerman. Welcome back. Alright, so lower our altitude. And then again, I don't think. No. So if we wait in orbit. Oh, see? That works out a little bit better. Oh. Alright. So let's see, which one is better? This one is off by 53 and that one's off by 40. However. Well, it was looking better until I botched it. There we go. Alright, so now 6.1 kilometers. 6.0. The one I'm looking for right here is the separation. The joys of modern technology may be a small but radial. I got it. It was just a matter of doing it from the, so we switched from doing it at the ascending node to doing it at the descending node, and it made all the difference in the world. So now I'm just trying to fine tune this a little bit. Oops. Is that making it worse or better? That makes it worse. Whoa. So what do we have here? It's an inclination. Alright, well 5.3, I'm not going to squander that. That's easy enough to do. Oh, maybe off. I see. You were saying about offsetting the orbit a little radial. That might have worked. That might have worked. But again, to have a separation gap of 5.3, that's easy enough to fix. Again, for Minmus, we have plenty of delta V. Minmus is very forgiving when it comes to delta V. Yes, it is. Well, Beam is new-ish. So they're the new streaming. You know, there's Google or YouTube, and then there's Hotbox or Hitbox or whatever it's called. And Beam is the new one. But they're owned by Microsoft, so, you know, they're going to make the streaming, their goal is to make streaming as easy as possible. I like that. What's up, Draz? How you been doing, man? We're just attempting to get our Habitation module over to our space facility here, our science facility. Alright, so we are 29 minutes from rendezvous, so let's get closer. Let's put the station together. Yeah, let's put the station together. And then we got to get the crew trained. So we're going to have to design a brand new vehicle. Alright, let's see about... So we still have a separation gap of 5.3. So what I want to do is try to figure out how to fly this thing. We're going to do a little tiny burn towards the target. So it's going to increase our velocity for one, which may not be good, but as you can see here, our separation gap went from 5 to under 1, so that's cool. New career? Yeah, this is since I started dual streaming almost a week ago, I started a brand new Kerbal career. That way people on Beam that's never seen Kerbal could see a career from the get-go. You know. So that did kind of make a mess of my orbit, but we're going to fix that. So we have some velocity going towards our target. We're 6 minutes from rendezvous. Let's get that rendezvous down to about 3 minutes. And yesterday someone was asking about life support. So as what I thought is I would ask chat today, should I add life support to this career? So I will put that to the vote. In fact, I think on over on Beam I do have some people, so I could let me do a poll here. Let me figure out how to do a poll. First of all, let me do this rendezvous. What am I looking for? We want to do this. Because we're getting a little close. So what we want to do here is align our trajectory here. Like so. No, I'm going to do an in-game poll. I don't want to go to a website, force people to go to a website. We'll do it in-game. Via bot. That looks pretty good. We have 0 separation. So let's do an F5 right here. Ooh, we can turn on the lights too. Cool. Don't get too personal. Don't ask somebody where they live, please. Don't create a situation. I would appreciate it. You know, if they say they have a crummy internet and they're overseas, you know, don't get too personal. Just saying. All right, let's turn on RCS and let's use RCS to slow us down. No, let's not. It was taking a little bit too long. All right, so hang on. I'm going to do a poll in game for life support. First of all, we're going to get this docked. So let's get this flipped around. Make sure we're controlling. Good. And let me test out my RCS here. Good. So, how are we approaching here? Do we see where we're coming from? Oh, that's okay. So we're coming from the right side, the correct side. That's good. A lot of people want to add live support. We're gonna put it to a vote. We're gonna put it to the vote. We're gonna let chat decide if this career should have live support. It's gonna add a little bit of a challenge, and I will just tell you right now, I'm gonna be using the USI live support. I won't be using Kerbalism. I won't be using TAC. I'm gonna use Rover Dude's live support. Alright, so let me just bring up the bot. I know there's a way of doing a poll in my bot. I think I've done it before. Hang on, I'm doing this because my microphone's in the way. It's not a raffle. Steam interaction. Steam poll, there it is. Alright. Found it. Should the dual stream KSP career have life support? Did I spell career right? I think so. And it's yes. Oops. No. And we'll do this for 20 minutes, I think. Maybe a half an hour, because it's going to take us a while to well, yeah, 30 minutes should be fine. No, we're doing good. We're doing good. Plenty of time. So it's 60 seconds before rendezvous. We're good. So, plenty of monopropellant. Electrical charges dipping a little bit. Well, that's because there's no... Oh, the sun's over there, that's why. Alright, let's put on the brakes here a little bit. There's the sun. That's right, I was talking about you. Slow this down even more. And we want this to be like this. So, and then we want the hatch to be out just like that too. Alright, perfect. I haven't started the poll, Neil. I'm gonna dock and then I'll start the poll. I set it up. I just haven't started it yet. So hang on, be patient. So there should be a docking port right there. That's my target. Now, the RCS is more balanced for the habitation versus the little fuel thing I'm carrying around with it. Should be okay, though. Alright, we're 20 meters from target.
That was totally wicked!
Something is totally wicked. That would be Fleet Admiral JJ with the auto host. Thank you, Fleet Admiral JJ. Appreciate that very much. Now, let's slow down. Let's get this lined up. Oh, little bouncy kissy kiss there. Hang on, let's fix this. Something I want to do also is I want to come in here and disable these reaction wheels. Because reaction wheels, if they're not close to the center, will give undue torque and cause problems. So there's our station.
Okie dokie. Mamma mia.
Alright. Oh, thanks, Listerman. Alright, so let me make sure I got the poll set up here. So, should the dual stream KSP Career, spelled with a K by the way, for Kerbal Career, have life support? And it's yes, no, and it's going to be 30 minutes, so I'm going to start the timer, start that, and I forgot what the heck that sound effect was for. Oh, Blue Neon with the host over on Beam. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. So, the poll on Twitch has started. Blue Neon, you said live support over on Beam, so I will say I will vote for you up here. But, we'll see what goes here. Alright, so I'm just trying to figure out my orientation of the... There we go. So, is what I'm going to do here is we're going to transfer this fuel to here. So we don't have this near empty tank sitting off here, and then we're going to get rid of it. We're going to dispatch it. And this, since it has no probe core, will just dissolve as debris. There's nothing salvageable off of that. Let's make sure we're controlling from here. So that's it. That is our science facility. And it's not going to be put to work until we get a trained crew. Oh, look at that. So far people are saying no for life support. We have a strong vote of 4-2. But again, there we go. I forgot to start the timer. Alright, so now let's head back to the Space Center. We've still got 29 minutes. Just hang on a sec. We only have 20 science. That's not enough science to do anything. Land on Duna. Orbit Duna. Flyby Jewel. Flyby. You know what? It's a little science, but it's also money. Let's go do some quick science stuff here. Do a low resolution scan. So it's a lot of money, but there's no science. A lot of money. We're going to hold off on that. That's a ScanSat contract, but let's get these science data from space around Duna. Do I have something in orbit around Duna? Do we have something in orbit around Duna? We had a Duna flyby, but it lost communication, and I don't think we have anything in orbit around Duna, so I don't want to accept that contract if I can't do it. There's nothing around Duna, so we will not do that. The debris is going to get cleaned up by the game. There will be no debris out there. I guarantee you that. But yes, if I did not, oh, I didn't want to come here. If I didn't have debris settings as they were, yes, leaving debris out there would be extremely dangerous. I tried to play the game yesterday, but it is difficult. It does have a learning curve. I will contest to the game as a person that knows zero about rockets, zero about aerodynamics, zero about physics. Diving into this game is a challenge. Now, when I started playing it, it was 1.04. The tutorials weren't great, but I strongly recommend doing those training missions and do them over and over until it makes sense to you, and then that's going to give you like a real base set of playing KSP. Hey, Blue Neon, welcome to Twitch. He put his vote in. Okay, there you go. Fly by the moon of Duna. No, I don't want to do that. Put 2 Kerbals in space. We need to do some science. We need to get some science. Aha! This is what we can do. Soft landing on Minmus. We're going to do this. We're going to do this because it says we need to do some science. So let's accept this contract. Let's take our soft landing craft that we did on the Mun and we'll do the same thing on Duna, but we're going to slightly modify it. So we should have new career, impact Mun, no. Where is Minmus flyby? Mun solar array, Mun flyby, Mun com, Mun science lander. That's the one we want. Alright, so let's modify this. So I'm going to keep that. We have the science. Is there any new science? So I have the science junior. There's no goo. So let's put goo on this. Ew, I'm going to goo it. Okay, I found out about Beam. With enough points, you can control the broadcast. Being disabled, I'm on an Xbox 19 hours a day, so want me controlling your stream. It's not that you can control the stream. There's some interaction with the points. Depending upon the streamer, you have stuff you can do, and it's kind of cool. Twitch doesn't do that. You just got the game. Is it hard to get into? I will not lie. For me, it was. But because of the KSP community and because of just perseverance and not giving up, I got a little bit better at it. So I think we have this pact with science. This might get us some science that's going to get us over some hurdles. And then again, the science we're going to use at our training facility. Now, do I have to bring this back? Just land and transmit. Okay. Our training facility is going to collect science from low and high orbit, and that's what we're going to work on. So anything I get from the surface won't impact that too much. Okay. So this is our... Let's set this for Minmus. So this has got 890 delta V. This has got plenty of delta V to land. And again, off to the side is a lifter we used for the Mun. So again, if we just look at this alone, I think this landed fine on the Mun, so it should land okay. So we have our fuel. Do I have a reaction wheel, and we have our probe core. I'm not going to alter our probe core. It's going to be fine as it is. Wait, which one is this? I might actually alter the probe core. Which one is this again? This is the Octo. Is this the better one? I can never remember. Oh, that's the bad one. Okay, let's redesign it. Let's change route from here to there for now. Let's take this off. And we're just going to put this one on instead. Then we're going to put this one right on top of it. And we're just going to transfer all this stuff down. That's all. That's all we're going to do. No, not mirror. Hello. That's what I wanted. After 1 year, I'm still learning. I'm lobbying people to vote. Uh-oh! 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 Azermon, Adzimon, thank you so much for that donation. I am subscribed. Now, thank you for the stream. Did you subscribe also? I am having a problem with my alert service that when people subscribe, I'm not getting the alert. I get a little tiny icon, but they're supposed to be working on that. If you did subscribe, I want to very much thank you for the support of that because, well, I want to acknowledge if you did subscribe. If you subscribe to YouTube, that's a little bit different than subscribing to the channel via GameWisp. So I just want to make sure here real quick. Oh, so you subscribe to the YouTube channel, it looks like. Or am I wrong? You went to YouTube, okay. Well, on the YouTube videos, they come directly from the stream, so that's why they're going to be 4 to 6 to 8 hours. So, but thank you so much for your $5. Appreciate that very much. All right, so what I did is I swapped up the probe core for one that's a little bit better because it has some better SAS functionality. And all I'm doing is I'm just trying to, oops. No. I'm trying to make it a little bit more slimline, just a little bit. All right, so now the problem is we have some, oh geez, I didn't want to do that. Is what we have is a science that is being left out of the fun, but I have a solution for that. Yes, I do. There we go. Alright, so, oh, and I'm not looking at Beam chat. There we go. What do you think of Beam's faster than light version of OBS? Blue Neon, I use that for a test. I think it's a cool feature. The thing about it is, if you have a very large stream, hopefully you have some really good mods that can help you keep track of that stuff, because as a single individual, and you're focused on a game, you're going to miss the chat. But I think it's great for interaction if you have like some sort of kind of a talk show or something like that. Gaming, a faster chat can be, well, it might be distracting if you think about it. I think it's cool. All right. So there's our science that we're taking to Minmus. That's our little science lander. And what's cool about this is it's also going to be a relay station too. So let's make sure. I think I should have an action group thing for this, don't I? Action group 4. No. Oh, did I get rid of the action groups? All right. So the action groups are going to be for the aerials. And we want to toggle. All right. That takes care of those action groups. And we're going to call this the Minmus. Okay. I would like to. Thank you. Why do you keep doing that? Stop. You are angering me. Not really. Minmus Science Lander. All right. Save. So once again, just taking a look at our little Science Lander. It's got 890 delta V. And if people want to know what that whole delta V is, I do have a KSP delta V map command, and that works on both sides. And is what it does is it shows you right here. So we're going to Minmus, and we're going to land on Minmus. So to land on Minmus from 10 kilometers, you need 180 delta V. And again, we have 890. So we actually have enough to land and probably go back to Kerbal with, but we're not. So that's our landing craft. Now we want to design a stage that did I just make it go away? I just did, didn't I? Doggone it. Anyways, that command also works over on Beam. KSP, delta V map. There it is. What is delta V? Yeah, basically, and this is very scientifically inaccurate, but my best analogy is if you, say like you have a car, and you want to go from town A to town B, do you have enough gas to do that? Yes or no? Delta V is the same situation. Do you have enough delta V to do what you need to do? And basically, to get that delta V, you need some sort of a propulsion, whether it's, ion, liquid fuel, SRB, nuclear, whatever it is. So if we want to look at this delta V map, and it says down here that to land on Minmus, actually to get from Kerbin to Minmus is 4,670 delta V. You need that total delta V. I break it up based upon what I'm going to do. So if I'm going to land, according to this, I need 180 to land on Minmus. So do I have 180 delta V? According to Kerbal Engineer, I have 890 delta V. So I can't quite do this, but I can definitely do this with some left over. So we're going to over-engineer our lander here on purpose. Now, the next part of it is designing a stage. I like to design mine in stages so you know what's going on. Now, you can overlap stuff, but when you over-engineer, you know if you make mistakes, you should have some left over. So according to this, to get from the orbit of Kerbin, so this is Kerbin's orbit right here, 80 kilometers, to get from Kerbin to the sphere of influence, the SOI, of Minmus, we need 930 plus 340. The 340 is because of the inclination. So we'll just round up. We'll say 1,000. So we need 1,400. And since I like to over-engineer, we're going to say we need 1,800 delta V. So let's go over here. And let's see what this stage is set up for. This one's set up for 1761. I said 1,800, 1760. Oh, wait, we have to set this to Kerbin, though. Still, 1761. I'm going to go with this stage. This is going to be a pretty good stage. I'm going to take these solar panels and tuck them in, though, so they don't get ripped off. I don't think they will. What is menu for delta V, please? It's a command. It's this right here. This is called Kerbal Engineer. This is a mod. So if you have it on if you have Kerbal Engineer on the consoles, unfortunately you don't have no mod support. Second Gear Gaming. I'm doing good. How about you? Thanks for asking. Yeah, this is called Kerbal Engineer Redux or Kerbal Engineer. It's a mod for Kerbal. It doesn't modify your engineer that's a Kerbal. It's just a mod that gives you all this really awesome information. So again, we have our lander stage. We have our stage that goes between Kerbin and Minmus. Now we just need a stage that gets us off the planet. And it's fairly standard that you need 3,400 delta V to get to an 80 kilometer orbit. I don't think I can give mods to my game. If you have it on PC, you can mod it. It's up to you. The one thing I highly recommend, that if you have a game that you're playing, back it up. If you're on the PC, back it up. So here's my Steam folder right here. If you go to Steam Apps, you go to Common, the folder, the simple folder of Kerbal Engineer, where is it? This is the Steam installation folder. As you can see, I have multiple copies, and here's the one I use for Beam. So if they do an update to Kerbal Engineer from Steam and it breaks your whatever's going on, Yeah, you're going to be very upset. So that's why I never play from the Steam directory. If you don't know how to copy a folder, you just have to ask someone how to do some Windows copy, but basically you just right mouse click and you copy and then you paste and then you get a copy. So if I wanted to make a copy of this, I would just right mouse click, copy, and then paste. And then I'm going to have a backup of the dual stream KSP. That way if anything goes wrong here, I have a backup to go back to. No, your English is fine, don't worry about it. In a nutshell. Alright, so we're good here. We're at Kerbin. We want to, again, the getting off the planet, getting from Kerbin to orbit is 3,400 delta V. And so we're still on Kerbin, but we're going to be in atmosphere. So we want to switch that to atmospheric. Let's see what this lifter does. This lifter does 3305. So I think we're going to be okay. I think we should be just fine. Lister, man, don't make him vote the way he doesn't want to vote. That's not nice. We still have 6-3 no life support versus 3 on life support. All right, so let's see here. We have chutes. So basically, on this launch, we're doing a complete SRB. We have some fins, we have some reaction wheels, so that's going to help us control. I think we're good to go. What are you voting on? It's whether, it says right there, doesn't it say? I thought it did. There's a poll if we should add life support. There's a mod for life support. So let's put this on the runway. Let's go get some science. How you doing, Krylani? Why did you vote? If you didn't know what you're voting for. I don't... Peer pressure, probably. Let's get the launch computer online. Everything looks good. Alright. 3, 2, and 1. So I don't think we're going to have any rocket flipping here this time. You never know, though. The bot told me to vote. Oh, look at that! It's 6-5 now. 5 yes, 6 no. Wow. We have about 11 minutes left on the vote. I'm lobbying people to vote rocket flips in midair. No, don't do that. Because this actually is not an overly engineered rocket, so don't do that. See, it's not like the bot came over and grabbed you by the collar and said, you better vote. We are gonna flip. Why did we flip? We didn't flip last time. Yikes. That's 2 rockets in a row we flipped. $360. Or did we flip last time and I forgot? Yeah, I mean, maybe that's what you guys told me last time too. The only thing is that maybe I should take... No, I had fins on the SRB, so I did have fins. Anyways. Next time. Did we... Now, the rocket before this, we did a half flip, but that was a larger rocket. When this went to the Mun last time, because this is basically the same thing we sent to the Mun, I don't remember it flipped last time. It was a stylish flip. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. An 8 to 9 out of 10, the judges say? Alright, I'll go with that. Alright, so right now the poll sits 7 no, 5 yes for life support. Is there more than 12 people? I think there's more than 12 people. Yeah, there's 34 people right now, so some people I guess don't care. Is flip good for space? No, flip is very bad for space. It means if you flip, you make a really bad rocket. I made a really bad rocket. Again, not a rocket guy. I am not one to learn from. Well, I learn not what to do from me. Not don't do what I do. Do what I don't do. Something like that. Did we do a double flip? We didn't do a double flip. Did we have a rocket that did a double flip? Flipping is only good when you want to look cool. That must be pretty cool then. Alright, I'm going to open up some rocket fuel myself here. Oh yeah. Oh my. That was my very, very bad George Takai. Oh my. Hello, I'm not George Takai. You should be watching Andy Wood flip rockets with Kerbal Space Program. Alright. So don't forget, we had our lander is over-engineered and our 2 Minmus stage is over-engineered. So we should come out okay. Flip is for cool. Alright. Alright, so we have a little under 7 minutes. 8 people say no for live support. 5 people say yes for live support. I don't want that. What is the big casing in front? That is a fairing, and fairings help create a more aerodynamic rocket so you don't flip. Now in my case it didn't really help. It's a fairing, it's stock. So this whole rocket is stock. I don't have any... Am I putting non-stock parts? No, I'm not putting any non-stock parts. I don't have any non-stock parts except for Kerbal Engineer and MechJub. A lot of times on rocket launches you'll see the payload has got a fairing around it. You vote for Scatterer? Really? Scatterer makes it too dark. They need to, in my other career, I had to pull Scatterer because when they updated it, it made the dark side really dark, which is important when you stream because you want to be able to see stuff. Chatterer? Kerbal's talking, sure. Okay, so on to Minmus we go. Now don't forget, in Minmus we don't have awesome communication, so we may lose all contact with this satellite. Yeah, everyone sees the same bot message. It's per channel, not per person. I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, I think I'm going to install another mod, and I might even do it during the stream, is Precise Maneuver, because I too much stuff in space. Alright, anyways. Maybe not. I'm being a baby about this. Whoa. Alright. Again, not an awesome 929. We'll take that. I think you're overthinking your comms network. Well, we'll find out. I just might have to I might have to position the landing of this when it's has a line of sight with the station. Well, I mean, yeah, but if you go land a rocket and you've got blocked communication because of the planets, you know. What's up, man with no soul? How do you get triangular marks on your green line? Triangular marks. Green line. You mean the teal line? You mean these things? This is part of a maneuver node. You have to, if you're playing career, you have to upgrade tracking and astronaut complex, or is the mission control? 2 buildings need to be upgraded so you can get maneuver nodes. So when you make a maneuver node, these little badges here give you apoapsy, it gives you your ascending node, all that kind of stuff. Gray lines are orbits. The teal line is my current trajectory, and these are proposed trajectories. Oh, look at that. We got a mun troll. Really? That's awesome. Not really. Well, it looks like we're not going to have oh, we don't have a mun troll. Yeah, all right. So it looks like there will be no life support. We are 5-3. 5 yes, 8 for no life support. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Our rocket is on the way. So we're going to get about halfway. We're going to drop a maneuver node, and we're going to use that maneuver node to correct our lame orbit here. Maybe if I can grab the right. Oh Jesus. Okay, so we're going to use a tool here. Where is it? Node editor. I'm only doing this because, well, I'm really terrible at. I'm going to install precise maneuver. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to show you guys what it's really good for. Now, I don't have the worst hands in the world, but I don't have the best. So by doing this, I can alter in a more precise way of getting my projected trajectory where I want it to go. So doing this by hand from that node over there is extremely difficult for me anyways. Now for some reason I can do the radials and anti-radials just fine. And this doesn't have to be a perfect orbit because it's going to land. Oops, wrong way. But I want to get this to about 50-ish. Alright, 54 is good. So this mid-course correction, if you did this at the planet, it would cost you a lot more fuel. So we're good to go here. How do I know if you voted? Well, you can only vote once. Alright, 8 no, 7 yes. And we have less than a minute. Geez, Andy, if you want live support, install it. I, for one, can't care. Well, Tom, I'm installing it because some people want it and some people don't. I'm leaving it up to chat to decide. It's fun. You don't want to have fun? All right. So then we're gonna go ahead and grab us an orbit right about here. Because if you install live support, it does add more of a what am I doing? That's not what I want to do. If you add live support, it adds a little bit more of a challenge, actually a lot more of a challenge, and it could slow down the momentum of the game depending upon what's going on. Alright, it looks like the poll is over. How did it fare? It was a no. Oh man, sorry. Wait, I think I have a. Sorry, guys. Now, if you want, I think starting not next week, but the week after, I'll probably be alternating between my 2 KSP careers. And that one, the other one I have is a historical one, and it has life support, it has habitation, it has a full 9 monkey. So we need 230 delta V to get this. So we have 729. So we're going to get our orbit just fine. It's not drama. It's drama if you say it's drama when it's not drama. Again, Ad Zeman, I want to thank you. I forgot to give you a proper thanks, Ads. Sorry, I spelled your name. Again, thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that very much. So as you look at all my science gadgets here, this one's the only one blinking, so I guess I've collected some. I hope I haven't collected any science. You can maneuver node now? Sweet. Congratulations. Alright, so to make sure we pull off this landing without a hitch. So right now, well, first of all, let's extend our antenna here. Actually group 4. Alright, now we got all of our antennas out. But we're still, see, directly we're not getting communication to Kerbin. We're having to use the relay off of the science facility. So, if I was to land right here, right now, I would probably lose communication. So, what I'm going to do is try to time this. Let's see here. If I warp over here. Oh, actually, no, it looks like we can. But I'm going to do it here, though. So, we're at 59. Alright, so let's get our craft pointed retrograde. And let's begin our landing here. Alright, that looks good. Is there a loan in the game? Bailout, grant, admission building? Oh, the admin building has some strategies you can use to try to increase your finances depending upon how your career goes, and your reputation also. You can sometimes trade off your reputation for funds and or science. So, in a way, there is a kind of a loan. It's also a cheat menu. Alright, so we're going to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to try to keep this lander within sight of the station so we can keep our communication. Well, it is a night side. I'm not worried about power per se. I'm worried about more about communication. I would like that, please. No. Can I have that? Thank you. Ugh. You gonna land in the dark? It looks like I am gonna land in the dark. I don't want any science from space. I want it all from the surface. Again, not too worried about the power at this point. I'm worried about landing it and communicating, because if we're on this side and we don't see Kerbin, if we go on this side, it could be lit. We don't know. Well, maybe you guys know. I don't know. So we're gonna put another maneuver node here. I'm gonna do some radial out. Because I want to land where it's flattish. Flattish is a word. So again, that's going to cost us 91. We have 434 still in this stage. I think we're going to be able to communicate with Kerbin without a problem. Whoa. Gotta pay attention to what's going on here. All Windows programs not have dual. Oh, the language. Yeah, that sucks. All right. Are we controlling from the right spot? Is this working correctly? Alright, guess so. Look at all the blinkies. Look at all the science. Oh man, this is going to be nice. Alright, so again, we're going to do a maneuver node and put on the brakes. And we're going to land over there somewhere. Somewhere. But before we land, we're going to ditch this stage because we can't land on this. Not really. We're going to extend one of our solar panels, because that way if we have a landing mishap, we'll still have one. Alright, SAS is on. Let's do a quick save right here, which is an F5. We're going to go ahead and stage off this. We don't need this. We're just under 6,000. I don't want that science. We're going to ignite our engine, get our landing gear down. We're going to lock to retrograde, and we're going to accelerate time till we're going to get about maybe 2,000 to 3,000 meters off the ground. Alright. Still locked onto retrograde. We're coming down at 56 meters, 57 meters per second. Again, Minmus is very forgiving. Right now, we're bouncing our signal through the science facility, and then over to the Mon, and then to Kerbin. So, whoever told me I was overthinking my ComSat, well, borderline yes, overthinking, but I just wanted to make sure that we can land this, and we didn't lose communication halfway. Science facility is saving. Yeah, I know it is. I know, that's why it's kind of important. Okay, they're shooting at us. Someone shot at us. Okay, coming up on 1,000 meters. Plenty of fuel. Again, I'm just keeping the SAS locked to retrograde. We have a very slow burn. Again, 8 meters per second. And on Minmus, there's a lot of bounce. It's like a bounce house almost. I lost communication by 5,000. How do I get it back? You just have to wait until it can communicate with a ground station, or you put a relay out. Jeez, that was violent. Lashed Basson, that's okay, yeah, don't be a troll. Read the rules. Scroll down, read the rules. Follow the rules. Rules are there for a reason. Yay! Alright. So we've landed. We're going to collect... Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to collect what science we can. Wow, look at that. This is going to be a boatload of science. Now, the thing about it is, I don't think we're going to be able to transmit... Oh, thanks! Thank you for the landing compliment. I'd say you have enough fuel to get back to Kerbin, but it's probably... No, this is just this is actually going to serve a contract. We had a contract somewhere in here. You've entered suborbital flight above Minmus. Cool. More whoa. Oh, look at that. Stage recovery. We got, well, 15%. We lost that one. And that one. Got almost 100% back on that one. Alright, well. Oh, that's from the other rockets, too. Okay, so to complete this contract, we have to transmit science. Now, so what we're going to do here is I want this to be on the sunny side, so we're going to accelerate time a little bit here. So we're still in communication here, and whoa, it is very, very bright. We're going to extend our other solar panel. I make applause from chair. Okay, thank you very much. And we are going to... Can I transmit from here? Ooh, I can. Cool. So we're going to transmit our data. We're going to watch our battery. We're going to get all this transmitted first. Our battery's going down. Our electrical charge is going down. Oh, jeez. Oh, we're done. So now that we're done transmitting that batch of science, we can let our batteries recharge. See on indicator lights here? See my batteries? Wait, where's it? Did I cover up? Oh, I guess. See my battery? This is a battery, and it's red. That means it's low. It does have low charge. I must have covered up the indicator on this one, but it's getting a trickle charge from the solar panels. This also, too, has an electrical charge, so... let's go see how much science that gave us. Because, again, we need to do some training from Kerbals. It would be nice if we could make kind of a standard rocket versus a hunk of junk. Thanks, Listerman, for the touchdown. Appreciate it. Alright, let's see. Wow. Nice science grab. So that cost 160. Definitely going to get those. So we have 160 left over. Smaller engines. What do we get here? Oh, that's a monopropellant. Graboid. No. Bigger antennas. Better solar panels. Radiators. Get the bigger fairings. Well, let's see. To get the bigger fairings, I guess that's probably a good 45. And then 90. Alright. Good call on the bigger fairings. Alright, so. And we completed that contract. Very cool. So, the science team that we're going to train, the best way to get a level 2 Kerbal that I know is you get into orbit of Kerbin. You go to Minmus, you get into orbit, you'll land on Minmus, you plant a flag on Minmus, and then you come back to Kerbin. That gives you a level 2 Kerbal. So, now that we have some more parts to play with, let's do our Minmus training vehicle. So we're going to grab a 3-person command pod, 3 Kerbal. Hang on a sec here. I'm debating before I start this if I want to add a couple mods. I want to do an interactive thing here, so yes, let's do that. We're going to add 2 mods. So if anyone's never added mods, we're going to add a couple mods. Now I do everything manually. I don't use CCAN. I have used CCAN. I think CCAN is a great tool. The only thing is, some mod authors don't support CCAN. They just say, here's my mod. So if you want to use the mod and you're only using CCAN, then you have a mix of manually installed and CCAN installed mods. So one mod I'm going to install is Precise Maneuver. And you're going to see how this helps people like me doing some maneuver nodes when you have so much clutter. So this is my beam game, my dual stream. Now I have one of the mods already in my current career, so I'm just going to copy it from there, and it is called Precise Maneuver. So I'm going to copy and then paste over here. Alright, so that takes care of that one. The other one's called Twitch Recruit Twitch. What's it called? It's where you can recruit from the Twitch. No, I can't do it for Beam, but this way I can recruit you guys. You guys' names will show up. So Kerbal Space Program Twitch something or other. Twitch Draft. Thank you, Neil. Twitch Draft. Alright. So here it is. So basically anyone that's in my Twitch chat will get drafted as a Kerbal. So I'm going to go download it. So see, these guys support CCAN. I'm going to go to GitHub. And we go to the releases. And this one was updated November of last year, compatible with 1.2. So it should work, I guess. Unless there was a more updated one. Let's go check. Probably not. Hey, look at me. That's me. 2.46, is that the one I'm getting? Okay. So we're just going to download it. And so again, for those that have never done it, this is a WinRAR a file association, but I use 7-zip. I still use WinRAR because of my Fallout 3 mods need WinRAR. So we're just going to extract it to the same folder, and that's actually going to put it on the other monitor. And in here we have, this is the whole mod right here. So sometimes when you do a mod, it'll have a game data directory, and you just take it out of your game data and you put it into your game data. So in this one, we're ready to go just like it is. So we're going to copy this, paste it, we're ready. Get that out of the way. And there's a little bit of setup too, just a little bit. Gamer Circle, what's your favorite music type? Classic rock and roll. Actually, my favorite music type are soundtracks from movies. Whoa, sorry about that. I just rocked my whole desk. So, but unfortunately, if I want to take my VODs, my video on demands from Twitch, and put them up on YouTube, I need to have music that they're not going to slap with a copyright infringement. So that's why I either use the Kerbal music, or like I said, I've just recently reused Popskis. Doesn't show up in there. Interesting. And so that's why we're listening to Magnificent. Oh, the new Magnificent 7. Good movie too. I liked it. Time for a drink. All right, so there's Twitch draft right there. So let me get this set up. Then is what I need to do is include comic book guy bot, one per line. Oops, bot. New bot. Gamer Circle. Any other bots I have in here? No. So just in case it's case sensitive. Alright, so that takes care of my bots and me. My lowercase or uppercase? I can't tell. Where am I? I'm like this. Alright. So add Kerbin to the names. No. I think that should be good. Oh, you know what? To do this though, I think I might need another mod. One more mod. Crew Manifest. Really quick. Crew Manifest is a very convenient mod that if you're doing a rocket that has people for Kerbals, but maybe you're trying to do a rescue, if you put the rocket out on the launch pad and puts Kerbals in it, you have to revert it. But with Crew Manifest, you can empty it, and if you have a probe core, then you're on your way. So again, I'm going to add Crew Manifest. So that's 3 mods I've added. And they're not part mods. So I want Crew Manifest. Copy. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. Alright, now we're good to go. Chatterer Now, Chatterer is okay. I don't mind Chatterer. It's annoying that when you transmit science, you get that high-pitched, what is that SST? Aw, did I forget to put USI Live support? Sorry. Come on, there was a vote. Again, we'll try it again a little bit. Jebsis, how you doing, man? New install? Jebs, I'm doing a dual stream. I'm streaming on Twitch and Beam at the same time. And since Kerbal is practically non-existent on Beam, I decided to start a new career. So yeah, and I'm using a new contract mod from PAP too, so it's pretty cool. So we just got our science facility around orbital Kerbin. We put all the pieces. It's modular. It's all together. And now we have to get a trained crew. What the hell am I talking about? So now we're going to design. Yeah, I know. Never forget Bob. So we're going to put this, and we're going to put 3 new Kerbals in it via the draft Twitch. We need a pilot, so I don't need a probe core for this. So and these guys are going to come back. So we need to put a chute. So we'll put a chute. That's the wrong chute. There we go. There we go. Chute. And I think, can I kind of squeeze this down to make it a little bit better looking? Yeah, a little bit. It looks a little better. Hang on a sec. Why is that look so ugly? It's covering up the command pod. Whoa. All right, let's do that from up here maybe. All right. Then let's there. Cool. You want? Well, I'm going to do a random draft. That's what the mod does. It does a random draft. So we'll see who is who here. Okay, so first on, let's take care of the basics. We've got to have a heat shield. That's a wrong heat shield. There we go. And we can lighten this by taking the blader down to like maybe 80. We don't need the monopropellant because we're not docking. If you even get picked, be nice, be nice. All right, so this is going to have our 3 Kerbals. We're not going to collect any science. We're going to probably do a surface sample, maybe a crew report, and that's all we're going to do. Now, just in case, we do want to have, we're going to do this again, since this seems to work pretty nicely. We're going to put our antenna. Oops, not 2, just 1. We're going to put the antenna right here, and I like how that, oh, that's weird. Oh, I know why, because it's round. Okay, duh. So let's kind of twist that just a little bit. So there's our antenna. It's still showing through a little bit. So I'm being a little cool. Now is what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a spare chute here too. We're gonna turn on that angle snap so it fits in there nicely, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna kind of tuck this stuff down a little bit so it blends a little bit better. It looks like it's part of the craft, kind of, sort of. All right, so we got our principal chute, and we got our backup chute, just in case I blow it. I want to be the cook. You know, in the MKS, the USI MKS, he introduces other Kerbal types. One is a farmer, so you could be a farmer. So what am I missing? If this is just going to re-enter, that's all I need, right? I guess we could pack a couple of batteries just in case. Probably don't need to. That's in the window. Great. Let's put them up here then. All right, that works. And again, what I like to do is for free fashion. Oops. If you roll these like this, and then just have the light exposed. You get a free decorative light. Pretty cool. All right. So our 3 Kerbals are going to go. They're going to land. They're going to take off. They're going to come back. They're going to re-enter. We have chutes. That's all we need for that. All right. So again, how I design rockets is stage per function. So now we want a lander. Something's going to land and lift off and come back to Kerbin. So we want to figure this for Minmus. So normally, and then when we come, we want to get rid of our lander, our excess baggage. So normally you'd go with the decoupler. Now, look how big a honkin' that is. Your other choice is you can do a stack separator, and look, it's a lot nicer. So let's see here. We could probably go for something that's not very creative at all. We can go with the fatty tank. And if we go with a poodle, that's a ton of fuel. That's a ton of delta V. So what if we slim down the fuel tank? Still plenty of delta V. And then what if we take that engine away, and what if we go with that'll be better. So we don't have so much thrust. The only thing is that when we put this rocket together, we're gonna have this little tiny engine. Now also with this thing, now here's the big difference between the well, there's a lot of differences, but this thing, oops, wrong engine. The poodle and this, so see how much clearance difference there is on the landing gear? So, again, for Minmus, this is going to work out just fine. Now, where's our hatch at? Our hatch is right here. So, we're going to put some landing gear. Ooh, do I have... that's all the landing gear I have. Oh, well, it'll work. We're going to go with 4 landing gear. And that looks like we have good enough clearance, and we're going to test it right here on the VAB floor. So what we can do is we can snunker up our engine. Cool. All right. So we can also put a ladder. All right, they have a ladder. Landing gear, hatch, ladder. Should be able to land. I'm still a little nervous about our clearance, so I'm just gonna wedge it up. All right, now reaction wheels. Well, we're gonna try to land in a nice flat area. Reaction wheel, we don't need one because our command pod, this command pod has a pretty healthy, oops. That's got a pretty healthy reaction wheel. So the only thing we don't have is power generation. If we maintain power generation, you know, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna not go with solar panels. Let's go with a couple of fuel cells. Let's do a little bit differently here. We're gonna do 2, just in case. And again, we're not going to transmit science. It's just to keep the lights on. All right, so 1500 delta V. That should be, and again, we're going to have a stage before this that's going to help us ease into our landing. So that's more than enough delta V to land and get back. So this is our new career, Minmus crew training. All right. So now is what we want to do is switch this to Kerbin, and we're going to put the gear up. And now we want a a stage that goes from Kerbin's orbit to Minmus. And again, we calculated that out to be about 1800 to over-engineer. And we're going to keep over-engineering. Oh, yes, we are. Now, this is going to look a little hideous because we're going from 125 to, what is this, 2.5? Or something like that. So if we put a decoupler, first of all, if we use the big ol' honkin' decoupler, see, that looks kind of dorky, doesn't it? But we can fix this. We can address this. Let's do this instead. So we're still going to have this ugliness, but since we have the bigger fairing now, we can do kind of an interstage thing here. Let's turn off all that. We don't need, oh, wait a minute. Let's take this off for a sec. Take this off for a sec. Make sure we're strutting. 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 Alright. Okay, let's put this back on. Strut this. I'm not worried about the shroud at this point. And oh, this might not work here. Let's see. Landing gear might get in the way. Alright, hang on. Let me take the landing gear off right now. So I'm trying to make kind of a... There we go. So now when this rocket is out on there, you won't see through it. It'll look like it's like a nice hunk of fairing. And we'll put our landing gear back on. I usually make transfer stages, a tug with a probe core, solar panels, RCS, etc., and put docking ports on both lander transfer stage. After liftoff from Minmus, lander docks with the tug, gets hauled back to Minmus, saves time and fuel because Poodle and the tugs are... Yeah, I mean, that's what's great about Kerbal. Everyone has a little bit different way of getting the same end result. Me, I just like design simplicity, but yet functionality and productivity. So, by simply designing your rockets so that they're each stage is functional based upon design, you know, because a lot of people when they first, yeah, it's like Apollo, but that's difficult. Think about that. The Apollo does everything the game possibly can, and when you first get the game, rendezvousing, docking, very, very overwhelming. So. Okay, so what we're going to do is extend our gear. And that should be fine. Should be okay. So all I'm doing with this fairing here is trying to cover up this mess here. That's all. All right. So again, now we work on the stage of 1800 delta V from Kerbin's orbit, non-atmospheric because we're in orbit, to Minmus. And I think if we did the math, it was what? So 930 will round up to 1,000. 14, so 1400, let's bump it to 15 or even 1600 delta V. Over engineer for success, that's what I always say. So let's see here, if we go with this tank, and if we put a skipper, actually, let's see what happens. So if we do a skipper, we get 13 with almost a 3.0. If we go with a poodle, we get 15, we get lower, but that's enough. That's enough delta V. So we'll do a poodle. One thing that we're kind of lacking here is I do want to put... I don't need a big one. I just need a small-ish reaction wheel. Yeah, simple and productive. That is what I try to go for. I love doing Apollo-style missions. They're a lot of fun. But, again, think about it. You never played the game. And even through the tutorials or the training missions, doing a rendezvous, because you have to worry about your inclination, You have to make sure that you're lining them up. It's daunting. It really, really is. All right, so this should work fine. Should. So we had said 13. Yeah. We have a little bit of reaction wheel. On this stage, we're going to put solar panels. So we're going to make it look a little... And we have a crew. We're not going to transmit science. But we want to make sure, just in case they black out for some reason, we're just going to err on the side of caution here. We'll put an antenna. Let's put the... Yeah. And then let's go down to solar panels, which are under electrical, by the way. And we just need a couple. It's going to keep everything going. Now again, every single one of these engines, except for the 909, if you look at them, in here, I guess. So if we look at this, you'll notice that it has an alternator, so it charges at 8 meters or 8 EC, 8 electrical charge. It charges. So when as long as it's on, and again, solar panels, that's there. Okay, so that takes care of getting to Minmus from Kerbin. Now let's get this off the planet. So again, we're looking for 3400 delta V. Now in this example, I'll go ahead and use one of those. And I like to also put separatrons. Just a little bit more stylized separation. Did I do 2 this time? I did 2 this time. Last time I did 1 for some reason. I just kind of tuck them in here just for a little fashionable. And I want them to fire off at the same time, so I combine the stages. Now we just need 3400 delta V. How much do we weigh? 24 tons. Alright. So, again, we'll do a reaction wheel. A lot of people disagree with my usage of reaction wheels, and that is fine with me. Doesn't bother me. Because you know what? It works. Alright, let's stick a mainsail under here and see what happens. So, 2828. So we're coming up, what, 600 delta V short. You know what we can do? We can do something I haven't done yet. We're gonna put some boosters, and we're going to use liquid fuel boosters, not SRB not solid rocket booster. Fins. Yeah, we'll put fins on it. So is what we're going to do here, because is what I want to do is I want this 3400 to be, or this 2800 to be closer to 34. And if I keep adding fuel, my thrust ratio is going to go down. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a decoupler, a radial decoupler here. We're just going to use one for right now. We're going to put them right here. And we are going to grab one of these, maybe 2, don't know yet. I guess we're going to do 2. And then we're going to use Reliance, and is what we're going to do also is to, instead of burning all this fuel, we're going to actually borrow the fuel from here. While all 3 engines are burning, we're going to keep our core fill, and we're going to do that by using fuel lines. Now this is going to get a little tight in here, so we're going to put it right there, and we're going to put it right through here. And now we're not quite done. I'm always in the habit of making sure we have good control. And we're going to put a nose cone. We'll use the angle one. Just flip it around. And then we're going to do that. I'm also going to do, should have done this before I did the top. We're going to do another Sepratron again. So we'll go to engines, go to Sepratrons. I just want to make sure these things push away. So we're going to put a Sepratron right here. But what we're going to do is we're going to put it so it pokes out right there. All right, then we want to strut that, strut that, strut that, and then now is what we're going to do is we're going to make a copy of this. So we're going to grab this, put our angle snap back on, and we're going to go 2 of these. And then we combined, okay, first of all, the Sepratrons go here, drag the engine down there. 3215. So we got a lot closer, a little bit more complicated of a rocket. And we're going to add those fins now. And we're going to add them to the main rocket. I'm going to put them just like here. It does look like an SLS, doesn't it? See, I'm not a rocket guy, but I see what you mean right there, yeah. Except for the fins. So the plan is we fire off all 3 of these engines. Now, because of the fuel lines, it extended our delta V by knowing that the fuel flow is going to do this. So we're going to have, I'm going to actually, so for 25 seconds, we're going to have a 147 off the launch pad. These will decouple, and the fuel in our core will stay, it'll stay full, and then we'll have this main stage for over 2 minutes. That's going to get us pretty much to orbit, and I'm pretty sure it's going to probably circularize. If not, it'll borrow a little bit from the next stage, which again is over-engineered. So I think we're ready to go. Except for, so those should be auto-strutted. That is not auto-strutted. Did I auto-strut that? I did not. Anywhere where there's a joint, I like to auto-strut it so I don't have a wobble. Alright, it's a rocket. Let's save it. Let's add the clamps. Oh, that was weird. That's better. Alright. So let's take these, and they're going to go over here. And just in case it's a night mission, a night launch, we're going to illuminate our rocket. Cool. All right. So now I want to make sure we have no Kerbals. I'm going to launch. I'm going to get a warning. Launch anyway. Oh, nice little stretch. It is a night mission. Look at that. So let's turn on the lights. Why did the lights not turn on? Oh, because we don't have anyone on board yet. All right. So now it's time to do some drafting. First thing we need a pilot. So let's see who we get for a pilot. Hopefully this works. And survey says something. Jebs! Jebs is going to be our pilot. Excellent. So, see, there's a way from this you're supposed to click and click, but what we're going to do here is we're going to bring up Oh, where the hell's crew manifest? Oh, there it is. No, that's not it. How come crew manifest is not showing up? Did I install crew manifest? Did I do it wrong? Oh. Alright, my bad. I put it in the wrong folder. So let's cut. Paste. So we're going to do an F5 right here. We're going to bail out so crew manifest can get... I don't know how to do it, but there's a way that when you... Maybe you have to just draft a viewer and then you get the option of highlighting the part. But with crew manifest, I can put anyone any place I want. So real quick restart here. So now we should have crew manifest. I did put it in the right folder again, didn't I? Alright. Sorry about that. Now, Jeb should be an excellent pilot. He does some very interesting stuff in his stream. By the way, let me give Jeb a shout out here. Alright. There's crew manifest. Alright, so now is what I can do is we go to crew manifest. We say that. Add a Kerbal. Wait. From... No, remove. Crew roster, sorry. Then we say add. There we go. So now we have Jebs. Sorry if you look a little feminine. Not my call. Now we should be able to turn on the lights. There we go. Alright. Alright, so now we need 2 scientists. So we're going to draft... Maybe it's do a... I don't know. So we need a scientist. Aslanar is going to be 1 scientist. And our other scientist is going to be... Martin Lupo 00. Congratulations, you guys are going to Minmus. So again, that crew roster, and they should be at the bottom. Yep, add and then add. All right, there's our crew. All right, welcome aboard. You guys are going to Minmus. Everyone is level 0 across the board. Whatever. Whatever. Alright, so again, see, make sure we're set. Looks good. Looks good. Staging looks good. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, it did not blow up off the launch pad. Way to go, Jebs. Good job. So don't forget, we're going to have these little boosters just for like about 15, 16 seconds here. Now hopefully when they jettison, they don't explode the rest of the rocket. Good job. I forgot to put parachute, so I'm going to get nasty grams from stage recovery. Yeah, I know. I keep forgetting. It's not like I'm rolling in dough either. Because this is a completely unfunded operation here. Okay, I did not hear them explode on this. No, that's not them explode. That would be a fireworks display. Looks like we're doing pretty good. Okay, this is a paradox now. Women usually do stuff right. Jeb cis usually screws stuff up, but I'm a female Jeb cis. Well, that is an unsupported configuration. I know, you're pulling your hair out right now, aren't you? Oh no! Alright. So, is what we're going to do here. We're going to start a fuel cell. Now again, I turned that on just to make sure, because every single engine we have is going to generate electrical. We didn't bring any extra batteries except for what's in the command pod. So I just want to make sure everyone stays, you know, can power up. So we need 1246. So it looks like we're going to basically borrow about 2 something from the next stage. Again, the next stage over-engineered. And I think with that much delta V being borrowed, I think this stage will be suborbital, so it'll finally, you know. So it used to be I didn't really think about making stages suborbital so the atmosphere will grab it, but I'm starting to ease into that a little bit. Yeah, the Terrier will not, right? The 909 will not generate any electrical. That's why we brought fuel cells and not any solar. So again, this doesn't do... this will not draw unless it dips into the 95. So it hasn't taken any fuel yet. Alright, let's go ahead and extend our solar panels. Alright, and off to Minmus we go. Now this is precise maneuver. This is the other mod I was talking about. It gives you all the pulled doohickey things, because see how it gets cluttered in here, so you can still do it from here. Now it's not as sensitive as this, but if you're just trying to, you know, add a little bit, rotate the thing, you have another option. That's all I'm saying. So, because you know, you could actually grab a radial or just an option. It's a very useful mod. Now that I heard some controversy about this mod. Again, I'm not into drama, so if someone wants to speak to it, please don't. There's another one called Precise Node that has this exact same interface. It doesn't have this or this. It just has this, which, by the way, looks a little bit like this. So MechJeb has a maneuver node editor, so people used to always say, hey Andy, why aren't you using Precise Node? I go, well, I already have it here. So why have a mod installed when you have something else? So why do I have this mod installed if I have this? Well, this doesn't give me this. And this comes in handy quite often. I'm doing good, Martin. How about yourself? So anyways, we got ourselves a Minmus encounter. It's going to cost $9.28. It's not, actually, it's not too bad. So we're going to go ahead and, so we have a little bit over a minute burn. So we're going to go ahead and execute this burn. So I'm going to, I don't want that one. I want the one below it. So look at there. So that's interesting. I have level 1 Kerbals now, and I have a pilot. Last time I took a scientist, he didn't become level 1 until he came all the way back. So, is there a thing within KSP that you automatically get experience only if you have a pilot? Huh. At the bottom you have 2 hours. What? At the bottom you have a bar to change. Yeah, I know, to change set. The one thing is I think I've adjusted that, Listerman, and either makes it too sensitive or not as sensitive. So I've left it where it's at. Pretty good. I'm in Austria right now. Are you snowboarding? Whoa, adventurous. So yeah, this does look goofy now, but you know it was there to help with the aerodynamics of it. And don't forget, also a fuel cell is a battery. Even though if it's not on, it gives you a little bit of a battery charge too. So again, that's going to cost us 900. We had what? We had more. Desert boarding in Austria. He's up in the Alps. Alright, 14 seconds left on our burn. Now again, the sole purpose of this mission is to get these Kerbals to level 2. And we'll probably do a surface sample, we'll probably do a crew report, so we might bring back some science. We're going to plant a flag. So we have 474 Delta V left in this stage, which is more than enough to get an orbit, and what's left over will ease us into our landing. But because we had such a long burn, it looks like we did actually lose our capture. So again, we're going to add a maneuver node, and we're going to do that correction. We're going to reacquire. So we should just pull a little retro, I think. Oh no, sorry, prograde. Whoa, okay. Try again. So we're gonna go a little prograde here. There we go, that's our recapture. And then what I want to do is adjust this so it's closer. So see, it's a lot easier to look at from here and trying to do it from there when you can do it right here. In my opinion. Some people are better with mousing skills than I am. Since we're going to land, I want to get this fairly close. Whoa, a little bit too close. Whoa. My bad. 25 is good. So that's going to cost us 1.6 to get our trajectory adjusted. So we have weak communications here for some reason. Alright, that's better. We don't have a healthy antenna. Oh, I did not. Crew report. Alright, let's go ahead and collect the crew report. I didn't put an antenna anywhere. Uh-oh. Alright, that's fine. If we have a pilot, a skilled pilot like Jebs, we don't need it. SAS is on. Orbit's at 22-ish, which is fine. Now here's something else that's cool about precise maneuver. If you're getting a little tired of all the mundane tasks of creating your Swishy with the follow over on Twitch. Thank you so much for that. With precise maneuver, you can even do this with MechJeb. This is a little bit more visual. Place your maneuver node where you want it, and then you say, you know, even if you put it way over here, and you can say, you know, lock to the PE and then circularize it. Creates your circular orbit without you having to fudge with it. I mean, it's up to you. No pressure, Jeb. And then, so that's going to cost us 220. Still, we're going to have plenty of fuel. Don't forget, Minmus is very, very forgiving when it comes to Delta V. What's on the fuel tank? Don't mess up. God, guys. Jeb, don't mess up. Everyone's looking at you. Oh, let's, there we go. Here it comes, Minmus. Kerbin was spinning very fast. Now again, we don't have to worry about communication. We just have to worry about electrical. Not really, though. Ooh. And... Alright. There's that orbit. And we're going to make this easy for Jeb. We're going to land where it's flat. There's our science lander. So, how are our Kerbals looking? Still level 1s. Alright, so let's do... We'll do a maneuver node here. We're going to ease in. Now don't forget, Kerbin is rotating away from us. So... that means this blank, this flat spot is going to move away from us. So that's why I'm slowly... Science facility came a long ways with lots of debris. No, there's no debris. There's no debris out there. There's zero debris. Look, zero debris. Told you. Do you get experience for EVA? Yeah, there's an EVA report. I have a mod installed called Auto Science, so it automatically collects all the... If there's any amount of science to be collected, it will do it. I don't have a mod. No, that's a built-in feature of the game. I didn't do that. Alright, so we're going to move this over here. Let's put on the brakes. Radial out so we get our altitude back. That's going to be a little scary, isn't it? Let's put it back here. Oh, no. Dang it, I messed up. I clicked on something I shouldn't have clicked on. Trying to cover up your littering. I am not doing a cover-up. I feel very, very bad for the murder of Bob. Okay? I will come out and say it. I pressed the wrong button. Operator error. I had to do something about the press, though, okay? They were blowing it all out of proportion. I wonder why. That's going to cost $139. We got that. Is that going to be okay? Let's see. Could we make that Minmus landing later, please? I am watching the Twitch stream of Gamer Circle. Oh yeah, we'll postpone the landing. Alright, let's see how this works. Whoa, we got a little close. Alright, so again, we're going to use up all the fuel here so we don't have to sacrifice any of our fuel in our lander. Perfect. Ish. So as what I've done is I've did some radial out, so it gives us more altitude to work with. I'm not a big fan of coming in sideways on a landing. No, so we're going to do, we have 86 more delta V. Again, I'm going to do a little bit more radial out, put on the brakes, and more radial out, since we have the delta V to play with. Hey, what's up, Sims? What's cracking? Nothing. KSP problems? No, we don't have any KSP problems. I have no idea what you're talking about. Getting cold feet? We're about to find out. Alright. So, it's time to discard this stage. It's served its purpose. Let's point it away from us, though. Okay. Jeb, with the buttons already, alright? Map, please. Alright. So if we warp to here, all right. So electrical's holding fine, so we don't have to fire up the other fusion thingy. Fuel cell fusion. Part of our ship is floating away. Yeah, it's gonna. Where'd it go? It's gonna impact. There it is. Did someone press the wrong button again? Ugh. It's not littering. It's biodegradable, explosionable. All right, let's get this crew landed, shall we? There it is. There will be no evidence of littering whatsoever. Wait for it. See? No littering. So, Jeb, anytime you want to apply some thrust here. So again, landing, equatorial, if you have the ability within SAS, just lock to retro, or if you don't, you can keep it on SAS and do it yourself. Again, this is Minmus, so it's very forgiving. Boing. Jeb. What are you doing? Jeb's showing off. Look at Jeb. Oh, you guys can't see. I'm in the way. Sorry. Actually, maybe I can move... Yeah, let me move my camera so you guys can see. Hang on one sec. There's the crew. Alright, so we'll do an F5 here. We've landed. Then is what we're going to do is we're going to extend our ladder here. Now, the old rules in KSP is each and every person in the command module, every Kerbal, had to get out and do it. But in the new version, only one Kerbal has to do it, and it transfers the experience. So, Jeb, time for an EVA, dude. And you're going to get a crew report. Nice. And a surface sample. Nice. And then we're going to go down here. We're going to plant a flag. Jeb in space. Holy science. We just want to plant the flag. Now, cool. Minmus science training. And we have Jeb's. And I hate, who else did we bring? I'm sorry. I forgot. We brought, hang on. Martin Lupo with a couple zeros. And who else came? I forgot. Does anyone else remember? I should probably remember. Is it AL? Thank you. I think it's actually ASILAR. All right. Alright, so we're not close enough to grab the ladder. Alright, that's fine. So let's do this. Jeb's showing off his EVA skills. Whoa. Whoa. Murderer? Look at that. Level 2 scientists. Level 2 pilots. Nicely done. So again, just one Kerbal had to do it. Alright, let's do an F5. Now, did you guys know, for those of you that use MechJeb, did you know that you can use MechJeb to launch a craft from other planets? It's just pretend it's Kerbin, and you can do it. I'm not going to do it, though. I'm just letting you know. You can still bring up the ascent guidance and launch your same ascent. Alright, so we came in this way. So we need to go at a 90-degree angle. SAS is on. There's our 90. Landing gear up. Yep. We're going to take this up to about 16 kilometers. And then again, drop a maneuver node. That's going to cost us 102 to get our orbit. No, we're going to come back with some unmanned probes. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a sec, guys. Let's complicate this a little bit, shall we? No, they already got the crew report and they already got the surface samples. So I have two scientists right here, right now. We have 1300 Delta V. Why don't we rendezvous with the science facility, drop off our scientists with the science already, and then we can bring the pilot home. That sounds like a plan. Is that a dumb plan? I think that's a good plan. It beats taking them back and then bringing them back. Alright, let's do that. We can do that. There's our station. So, again, the first thing we want to do is match the inclination, right? So, let's go over here. Drop a maneuver node. And actually, let's get rid of the maneuver node. You were about to actually mention that. All right, so let's tag our sending node, drop a maneuver node over it, and let's adjust. You know, it's always a 50-50 chance you adjust the right way, and I always go the wrong way. So we're going to adjust our inclination, our phase, our angle, whatever you want to call it. I'm not a rocket guy. I just enjoy playing the game, and are we going to get a 0 out of that? I don't think we're going to get a 0. All right, 0.1 is fine. Let's not push it. Let's do that. That's going to cost 20 delta V. So for those of you that were saying earlier should I do an inclination change around a planet, a phase change, it costs more. So this costs us 20 delta V just to match phase. And again, Minmus is like one of the most forgiving planets out there. So if you're trying to go from Kerbin to Minmus, try not to make your inclination change around Kerbin. It might be easier to get a capture, but if you can get a capture, even a crummy capture, make a mid-course maneuver halfway there and make your inclination change out there. It'll be a lot cheaper. Precise maneuver, yeah. All right, so let's drop a node here. And our target's at 243, really? Oh, it's not quite circular. All right, that's what. Whoa there, Billy Bob. Someone's doing a little work outside. That's okay. So we're gonna have to have the window open. That's why you can hear it so good. So what did I put that at? 248. So let me bring that in a little bit, maybe. Whoa. All right, 243, 4. All right. So we're gonna have to wait in orbit. 2, 3, 4, 5 orbits. Whoa. Okay, whatever I did was kind of cool for a little bit, but there we go. All right. That's not so good, is it? Actually, it's 5.2. That's good. So that's going to cost 46. Now, we don't have any RCS. We don't have any docking ports. So I think is what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to get as close as possible, kind of kill our thrust off as best as possible, and our scientists are going to have to take the science, go EVA, and then go to the science facility. What are you guys doing to Jeb? Be nice. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know. Couple more laps around the block here. All right, we're almost there. Now, the reason why this is going so slow is because we're closer to the planet, so we can't time warp that fast. In Poland Spring is hot all the time. All the road repairs on all the repairs soon. Lovely aroma. Fresh asphalt. Oh, yes, yes. I actually used to do asphalt work. You get used to it. I'm just checking to make sure. Looks like everything's working okay here. Alright, here we go. Lining up for our interception burn. This is an unplanned event. The original plan was to come train the Kerbals, collect a little bit of science, and go back to Kerbin. However, being that we have the fuel, and we have level 2 Kerbals now, we have our 2 somewhere. There they are. Level 2 scientists. Hey guys. We're going to go ahead and drop off the scientist with some science, and we're going to get this project started. Just hope we have enough Delta V left over for Jeb to get home. Poor Jeb. Alright, put that right there. Alright, so now, let's warp out to here. And again, our target is there. That's our intercept. It has a 4.1 kilometer separation. There's our target. So, let's see here. 13 minutes from... Let's get this down to 6 minutes. We're 13 minutes from our rendezvous. We're going to get this down a little closer. Alright, let's go ahead and point towards our target a little bit. We're going to burn a little bit, and we're going to decrease our target separation. It's okay, we're gonna fix that. Alright, let's get face retrograde. And let's get within like 2 minutes of our rendezvous. Alright, let's go ahead and fix this. Alright, stop that. Thank you. So what we're doing is a couple of things. One, we're aligning our rendezvous a little bit better, and we're slowing down, and we're fixing our orbit. So again, we don't have any RCS on this rocket, on this craft. So all we have is just a 909, which we can thrust limit. But again, is what we want to do is get as close as possible. And we want to, we don't want to smack into the station, but we want to get as close as, oh, look. Jeb, you left the ladder out. I don't want to say anything, so no one will give you a hard time, but you left the ladder out, Jeb. It's causing unnecessary drag. Alright, let's do an F5 here. And we're 4 minutes for rendezvous. So we'll go out to 2 minutes again. The closer and closer you get, the more adjustments you have to make too. So we're just going to ease this in. Alright, according to this, we're 0. And we need to slow down. Again, we'll adjust our rendezvous. Dragon vacuum. Okay, still. It could be a little. Again, no RCS. Electrical charge is holding pretty good. We're 100 seconds out. Meanwhile, back at mission control, should we tell Jeb to lift ladder out? Have him tap on it with his flashlight. Maybe it's a stuck indicator. So the science facility, to this point, has had no Kerbal whatsoever on board. So this is a first. And again, this craft was not outfitted any way, shape, or form for dockings or even to to rendezvous. So we're doing all this. Someone had this bright idea in some sort of what if room. Jeb's being followed? No, we're following it. No, you tapped on it too hard. Alright, so let's slow down a little bit more. Yes, Jeb's doing a top-notch job. Way to go, Jeb. Jeb's very excited, too. You're excited, aren't you? I can tell. So again, what we're going to do is one of the scientists is going to collect all the data from here. It's going to go over to the science. I think they just board and it transfers, and then we're going to have a prompt to start researching it. Oops, too much. All right, this is when we start thrust limiting here a little bit. How can you make a rotary piece? How you doing, Jack? You mean out of stock pieces? How do you make like a helicopter or a prop? You're gonna have to do some Kraken tech. I know EJ's done it. I haven't done it though. To be honest with you, if I wanted to do a propeller, I would just install a mod. I mean, I can barely do a hinge. I can't do a quite functional one yet, though. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get us perfectly halted here. Might get us close. Rendezvous do look cool in the game, they really do. Now again, I did this without any RCS. Let's thrust limit this all the way down to like 2 or 3, since that's where I was. So we have a little bit of drift going on here. So let's do this. Zero meters per second. We still have a little bit of drift somewhere, so all right, we're good. All right, first one. Martin, go EVA. Sure, let's take that too. Why not? And then you need to take saying goodbye to the safety and confines of his rocket that brought him all the way here. Martin Lupo is about to board the Minmus Science Facility for the very first time. Then we say store. Then we board. Okay, let's get the other scientists aboard, then I'll figure that out. Congratulations, Martin. You're the first Kerbal. Another crew report? No. No. It's gonna be the same report. It's kind of eerie. I don't know if Martin's found the light switch yet. Look at that shadow. Alright, so with these guys 2 aboard, how do I do this again? It's been a while. I have to review. Then we get this beaker. Now, then we say, oops. We say cook it. Cook it. Cook it. Cook it. Alright, so we're going to be processing. How's that doing? It's floating just fine. So, here's our electrical charge right now. We have the lights on, and if we start our research, hang on. Well, there's no power drain yet, that's for sure. So they have 540 data, and they're going to generate science at 8.7 science a day. So that we don't run into any problems, we're going to extend some solar panels here to make sure we have enough power generation. This is the only power generation we have right now. So I don't know why a negative number is not showing up there. We're just going to leave those for right now. Look at that. They've already got some science there. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, we're going to do an F5 right here. And congratulations, guys. Researching some science. Now, let's readjust our engine. Jub's got 1100 Delta V to get back home. I think. He's going to be good. So we want to put our entry around, that's too much, about 40. See, could you see me trying to adjust my periapsis from a node way over there with all that? No, thank you. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Wrong way. All right, so just make sure. We'll do an F5. That's going to cost 173. Good job. All right, say bye, guys. There we go. You don't think it'd be a good idea to leave Jeb alone in the vehicle? That's our science facility with our first two level 2 scientists cooking away on some science. It's our initial burn to escape Minmus's sphere of influence, aka gravity. Plus, of course, to Duna. I want to go to Mars. I just want to see it. I don't want to stay. I just want to go. Alright, good job, Jeb. Good work, team. Good team. Good job, everyone. Congratulations.
Bocce balls!
Alright. There's my rocket. Alright, well, Jeb's got all to himself. So out of this, we got 3 Kerbals up to level 2, successful mission to Minmus to land, minimized our impact on the science, and as a bonus, we dropped off the scientists with some science. Didn't quite max it out yet, so I think we can probably send 1 probe, do some high Minmus science, and then take that, and then if that fills it up, great. If not, then we can have a scientist come out and maybe... Oh, we can't reset all the experiments, but... How are we doing here? Alright, let's get a little closer. We'll just take an unmanned probe. There's a map that actually shows you the highs and the lows for the different sciences. I don't think we got any. We can go back and check, though. I don't know. Let's see what Jeb brought home. Alright, where we're sitting out here. Really? Uh-oh. That's not good. Let's get rid of, Jeb, what'd you do? Jeb! Nothing like, you know, to the last moment to it goes, what's that button do? Can I press that button right there? Those guys aren't here. I'm going to press that button. Oh, he's got the heat shield. Not a problem. Look at that apoapsy screaming apoapsy. Plenty of electrical charge. I pull the chute now, right? I pull the chute now, right? No, Jeb. Just wait. There's an old Hanna-Barbera, like 2 Mouse. They go to an automated home that has all this automation. And there's always one that says, I want to push the button. I want to push a button. That's what I see Jeb as. Jeb's going to get a new name. We're going to call him Ham. Ham the Chimp. Just kidding. Well, our apoapsy's coming, and it looks like our apoapsy is dipping into the atmosphere, so we're gonna land. We just did a little bit of atmosphere skipping there, I think. Yeah. Let's hope that command pod can withstand some heat, shall we? Let's take a look here. So, skin temperature, where is it? Critical thermal percentage. It's decreasing. We have no more heat shield. Yikes. Jeb. You know, doing it was sounding a lot better than right now. Alright, so we're still catching up to our apoapsy. So not quite aerobraking, just a little atmosphere skip. Still have electrical charge. Alright, time to bring it home, Jeb. Jeb, you don't have a booster, Jeb. Can't help you, Jeb. No booster. It's the first time you've seen an atmosphere skip. When I do shuttles, I do atmosphere skips all the time. Is there a probe core in there? I did. Oh, that's part of the craft. All right. Have you guys seen the new parts that are coming in the DLC yet? Being that the DLC is all about historical, they're giving you everything you need to make an Apollo and a lunar module, a LEM. Looks pretty good. Alright. Things are starting to get a little warm. DLC does look fun. I mean, it looks like we're going to get new engines because there's a lower stage of, well, there's a rocket section that has 4 engine mounts, and it's been suggested that they're 1.8 engine size, so it looks like we're going to get some new engine sizes, maybe. But we're getting 5-meter parts, so, you know, that's cool. I just know that when that DLC comes out, many streamers are going to do Apollos, which is cool because, you know, more parts. I just hope the DLC doesn't run above like 20 bucks. Because I'm not getting it for free. I bought my game too late. Alright, Jeb survived 2 re-entries. Nice job, Jeb. Yep, 5-meter parts. Yep, they're coming. What is the limit? July 2013. So if you bought it after July of 2013, you have to pay for the DLC. Before, you get it for free. Let me see if I can easily locate. So if I do a search for Kerbal, oh, there they are. If I go to their tweets, KSP challenge. I don't want the challenge. Where's your weekly? Here it is. So let's go ahead and hit a shoot. So here's the parts. Last week they showed the limb. So see right here, engine mounts, 5-meter parts. Is that gonna be enough, Jeb? No, that's going to destroy the heat shield, so that's why we pack a spare. Wow, that's just barely enough. So this will be able to get you your full Apollo, and I don't know if I can find their other weekly. How you doing, Herbs? Yeah, I'm looking for their other weekly here. There it is. And Kerbal Chronicles. See you later, Martin. Have a good one. Thanks all for hanging out. Appreciate it. At least I thought it was in here. Jeb successfully made it. Alright, let's see how much science he brings back. Let's turn off the thermal. Look at that. Jeb brought 100 science. Nice work, Jeb. That's that crew report. Very cool. Plus all the stuff we did at Minmus. Nice money. And we've got to put a shoot on the stage. So I was attempting, hang on one sec, I was attempting to show...
That was totally wicked!
Thanks, Jack Tech, for the host. I appreciate that. Maybe I have the wrong weekly report here. Yeah, I don't see the link. Can I just, that's the current one. That's that. Maybe it was the week before. Let me see here. Bug tracker. I think it's in this one. I think. Yeah, here we go. So here's the LEM that's going to come in the part 2. See? It's your ascent module. Pretty cool. All right. So not quite 160 because that's where we're at. But, you know, we could finally upgrade our landing gear. We'll wait. Alright, let's go check in on our science guys. See how they're doing. Not that. That. No release date on the DLC yet. I'm pretty sure they're going to wait until after the 1.3 push. Alright, so we do have an update on the power consumption. So it is consuming the power. And it's also because of our solar panels are all being blocked. So let's see here. If we accelerate time a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. If we move the station, though, hang on. We can rotate the station. Hang on. So we want to control from here. And we want to rotate this way. Now we're generating power. Cool. Alright, so how are they doing on board here? Well, they have 83 science so far. So you know what we could do? We can transmit that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see what happens to our power. Power consumption dips quite immensely, but we're going to have sufficient. Alright, so we've added 83 science, and it's what it is we can bring more science up here. They can have up to 750 data, so we still have some room to grow there. Now, did we actually... We don't have any more data to review. Okay. So now, if we go back to Space Center, now we have that 160 to spend. And we didn't... Look at that. 160, or look at that. No, that takes 300. Wow. We can start looking at 300s. Nuclear engines, not a fan. Bigger gas tanks. We don't have the bigger rockets. Those are up there. Wow, look at that. Those are huge. But I think we should probably fall back and get some of the smaller stuff. So we don't need the graboid yet. More rocket parts, bigger fairing. Let's go ahead and upgrade our landing gear. Well, you know, we don't have to yet, so let's not upgrade the landing gear. Don't need those yet. I think upgrading the advanced electronics would be good. We get retractable solar panels. We get a bigger relay dish, bigger communication dish. I think that's a good one. So that leaves us with 80. All right. Cool. More better parts to do stuff. Cool. Very cool. All right, so 2 Kerbals in orbit. That's 60,000 Kerbal bucks. A lot of good stuff, yes. Automated science from Minmus, uncrewed. Oh, we have to return it. Maybe. Satellite Minmus. Impact Minmus. Rovers. Land on Duna. Is that unmanned? Uncrewed. That would be a challenge. Do some scans. So do Kerbin. Do a biome scan. Science data from space, the surface of Dune. I can't do that. Do I need oxidizer when I use my engines? Depends upon the engine, Herb. A lot of the engines are liquid fuel and oxidizer. If you use monopropellant engine, then you only need monopropellant. If you're using the ion, then you just need xenon. Explore the Mun. We need to perform our spacewalk in orbit of the Mun. This time, to keep our helmet on. Free and boldly... Oh yeah, that's a little bit of science too. 3 contracts for the Mun. Now, the thing about it is, according to Pap, the mod author of these, I can't take a contract and a stock contract at the same time. So, if we do science from the Mun and explore the Mun, I don't think that'll work. So if I... Oops. So if I accept this, and what was the other one? We can do science from the Mun, I think. Where is it? Oh, here it is. So this is a... So if I accept this, and I go to available, or active... Oh, alright, I guess I was wrong. Need to perform a spacewalk. I think it's time for some new Kerbals. A bioscan. Can we do that all in one? A bioscan needs to be done in a polar orbit. So if we're going to do an EVA, we could do that. We could put a rocket into a polar orbit and bring it back to Kerbin in a polar orbit. So that's that. That's just normal science. We can do that right now. That's 80,000 Kerbuckle bucks too. Yeah, because we'd have to take the multispectral. So it's what it is we'd have to, if we want to do all those in one, we'd have to design a rocket that has a stage that's going to stay up there in a polar orbit. Now it's best actually, because these are ScanSat, because usually when I do the ScanSats, I design one probe that does all 3 of them, because they'll ask for a biome, they'll ask for a low res, they'll ask for a high res. So I just put a rocket with all 3 of those. I pull it in a polar orbit, I do the one they ask for. Then when they ask for another one, I've already got it up there, so I don't have to launch another rocket. I can just do it and save all the money. So it just depends upon if we have all the parts yet. So if we go to science. So we have the biome, the low res, we don't have the high res. So I want to wait until I get the high res and do all those all at once. Well, actually, guys, looks like this is probably a perfect spot for me to end today. And again, I'm sorry it was kind of short. But I think as tomorrow we can get a lot of this Mun stuff done, and we can still do the Minmus probe for science, for filling up the science on. So we got a lot of stuff we can do, and then think about interplanetary projects. You know, think about going to Duna. Maybe doing some. Maybe we can do an orbiter lander combination on Eve. Do something like that. That'd be kind of cool. So, anyways, let me go see who I'm following that's online that you guys would want to go check out. See if there's anyone else doing Kerbal. Duna, yes. So, hang on. Let me go do a refresh here. Yes, yes. I want to ask you all a huge favor. All right. We're going to go do a friendly gamer circle visit to someone that I've known for a couple years. She's a variety streamer. She's a lot of fun. She's got a lot of energy, a lot of spunk. But this is what I want you guys to do. Please follow the link. Give her a follow and ask her, tell her I'm here for a butt touch. Andy said you would touch my butt. So when you guys follow this link and we go to continue, give her a follow. She's a hoot and a half. and say, I'm here for a butt touch via Andy Wood. Andy Wood said you would touch my butt. All right, that's the thing we're going to do. So let's go do a friendly gamer circle visit. I want a... Can I have a butt touch? Can I have a butt touch? Andy. I can't spell my name. Andy said we can get a touch, a butt touch. All right. So click on that link. Go over there, tell her you're doing a friendly gamer circle visit and you're here for a butt touch. All right. Give her a follow. You will not be disappointed, I promise. And then I'm going to go give her a host. And I want to thank everyone that came out today. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? So I'm going to go give her a host. She's doing some Sunday Fun Day stuff. Variety streamer. I would appreciate it. All right? Thanks a lot, guys. You guys have a fantastic day. Don't forget, butt touches, all right? We'll see you guys later.